next week, or even today. When you stop before you complete your goal or dream, you lose the chance to see yourself completely fulfilled and reach the destiny that you were created for. You just might be hours away from your goals. How to keep moving forward. Moving forward is critical to reaching your goal, and you can find ways to keep going each and every day. When you look for ways to move ahead, you inch closer and closer to your goal. As you see it getting closer, you'll put in a greater effort to reach it. That speeds up the process, and it makes you happier and healthier, both mentally and spiritually. The correct approach for you depends on how you work best. Thankfully, there are plenty of things you can do to stay on the right path until you reach the goal you've set for yourself. You can keep a journal so you can keep track of what you've accomplished every day. Surround yourself with like-minded people who are also interested in achieving a common goal. Remove negativity from your life by choosing to focus on happiness and joy. Stay busy instead of allowing yourself to just sit around and make excuses. Reaching goals can mean significant life changes. Remember that reaching a goal can mean a dramatic change in your life. This is often a change for the better, however. With change comes uncertainty, and uncertainty is uncomfortable for many people. If you're willing to leave your comfort zone, you can experience, lost my place here. You can experience an abundant life of prosperity and joy that is filled with everything you've always dreamed about. Embrace the changes that lead to the future you deserve. Experience. Accept joy and celebrate the changes that come into your life. Learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, and you'll be in the driver's seat toward your destiny. If you confidently go after what you want, you can confidently expect that the changes you'll experience will be positive ones. Keep an open mind and a positive attitude. Accept success, and you will attain that success. You are closer than you think. You are closer than you think. I remember getting into business for the first time. But I didn't just get into it. I stumbled into it because I was running from a domestic violent relationship. It was more emotional than physical. That's how it started off and then eventually took off. I wasn't the type of woman that just sat back and got abused. I fought for myself and I thought it was wrong. So that's why I was trying to stay in a relationship. Come to find out that I was closer than I think to that person killing me. And I was closer than I think to having a better life because I ran away from the negative life that I was experiencing. I'm a single parent with a baby and another baby on the way. You know, the baby's not a baby, but she was about 7 years apart. So she was 7. My daughter was 7 when my son was born. So it was a lot of changes there and a lot of things that I had to learn and do as a parent and as a woman because my life is different now. It's a whole nother level. You know, what I did with my daughter, I couldn't do with my son. It was just 2 different things, 2 different situations, 2 different people. You know, a lot of us expect our kids to be just like us because they came from us. And that's not what I want for my children. I want my children to explore and expand on who they are. That's something I would love to see. Dare to be different. And so you know, that you are closer than you think really pushed me out of a situation that I didn't want to be in and pushed me into discovering who I was, discovering I was good at something. People actually valued that I was around them. They were inspired by me. Knocking on doors was an inspiration because I was able to really work on my gift and talent and find out, why am I here? What am I doing? What is this taking me? But I was closer than I think. Now, looking back, sitting on this podcast, I never would have thought that I would make it out of that, because that was a negative situation after so long. The people that I was around was still broken, knocking on doors, trying to be as positive as they can. They had this mask on, I'm so positive, I'm so professional. And then when we get back to the home life, is a whole different thing. We just broken and broke, some of us. We went out all day and did sales and nothing came down, and we being broke, trying to wash away all our problems and our depression and sadness, or whatever you want to call it. But it's okay to be human. I learned that. That means it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fall and get back up. It's not okay to keep falling and keep staying fail and just stay on the ground and just let everything just pass you by. But it is okay to be human. And you just might be hours away from your goal. I've been working and working and working, you know what I'm saying? And things haven't been going in the way that I think it should. And I'm feeling like, man, I be working hard. And it seems like everybody want to complain about their problems. And I'm letting the world know that I'm a problem solver when I come to you and I say, hey, I can help you with that. I got an exciting program that I can introduce you to help you with your marriage, to help you with your addictions, to help you run a better business, and what you're already currently doing. You ain't got to stop and go with me, but it'll give you the blueprint or a guide to where you really need to go. But you got to open up your mouth and say something. You can't sit around and complain and ain't trying to do nothing about the problem and think opportunity gonna come. Opportunity gonna pass you by. Because while you sitting there trying to figure everything out, why people think, say, or do stuff, time is going by, and time is all we have. We need to be working on getting that back, man, for real. Yeah, thank you. You might be hours away from it, but you spending hours complaining on Facebook, and half the people on there don't care about your problems because everybody going through something. So when you look for ways to move ahead, you're an inch closer and closer to your goal. When you keep grinding, no matter what's going around you, no matter how much chaos that you got going on, and you stay in focus. I don't care if it's simple as going to church on Sunday. I'm going to give my life to God. I'm going to pray more. I'm going to do this and that. I'm going to read my Bible every day. That takes persistence, and real change takes time. See, people want to go from the basement to the top floor. You don't want that, because if you move too fast, the more mistakes is going to happen, the more confusion is going to come, and some stuff you ain't ready for is going to come, and it's all going to come crashing down, and you're going to quit and you're going to give up. Eventually, everybody gets to a certain point where they get tired, but everybody has to understand what tired means versus breaking point. And if you don't know what snaps you and pops you, you ain't going to know how to take care of that when it happens. You'll just get stressed, and then you'll eventually pop. So I'm saying, remember that reaching a goal can mean a dramatic change in your life. When I didn't set a goal, my thing was to get out of the relationship. It's a goal now. The goal was to get out of the relationship, make a better way for me and my children, learn how to be a provider and a mother at the same time, because there's no father, because the father didn't want to be one. He didn't want to take responsibility, and I didn't either, but I had to do something. A leader does what needs to be done because they're tired of the things that's being done the same way. They've come to revolutionize that change. So when you go out of something else and go into something else, walking away might be the best thing for you to do. And I didn't know it at the time. I'm like, man, I got mad because I invested so much time in a person to only find out after X amount of years this person really didn't care about me, respect me, or love me. And I had to accept that. I had to look that in the face and accept the fact it was true. And everybody tried to tell me not to do this, not to do that, not to go there, but I just didn't listen. Well, when it comes down to changing your life, what outside voices are you listening to? What's getting you off focus? And that's what I had to tell myself. And that made a dramatic change, because running away from a crazy person, I don't care. Me not caring about how he felt or thought or what he was going to do, just the fact that I was away from him was a goal in itself. And then on top of that, I ran right into my destiny. I ran right into my purpose. I ran right into my career, my next job, my next dream, and all the rest of that. Because I decided no more drama. See, people got to get to the point where they fed up. When they fed up, they ain't going to be on Facebook. They going to be working on getting out of that situation. When you fed up and your mind is focused and is made up about what you going to do next, ain't nothing going to stop you because you fed up. Because you know if you go back to that, what you got to deal with. And you rather deal with the unknown than deal with what you're fed up with. You know, that's real important. It's also important that we understand the value of change and accept that it can bring much good to my life. And ever since then, not looking back, leaving this city, this sadness, this people around being dead, don't want to get up and do nothing different with their life. I don't care how many kids you have. I don't care what's going on in your life. You can make a difference in your life. I got all this going on. I just can't move around. Yes, you can. Sometimes it takes putting your kids in daycare and going to work. Sometimes it takes you asking a family member, hey, can I pay you a couple dollars to watch my kids so I find me a job? And I swear I'll pay you back. And really write them a check. Really pay them back. Yes, you have to prove yourself every single day. Because just like you're hurting and don't trust nobody, so is the next person. And every person, other persons that you're running into, gonna have a trust issue. Get ready. You know, you ain't the only one going through something. I had to let all that go. I had to let all that hurt go. I had to let all that pain go. What people gonna think about me, say about me. I know what I'm doing. I know what I want. And I didn't want to be beat up every day. Sad every day. Mad every day. With a swole face, gotta wear shades every day. I got a lot to offer. And I'm not a rug you can walk on. You know what I'm saying? I had to tell myself. Had to look in the mirror and really tell myself, is this what you want for your life? Are you ready to deal with everything that person got going on right now? And if you say no, get out. That's your signal to get out. So I'm learning and I've learned to accept, enjoy, and celebrate the changes that come into my life. And man, it's been so much change. I can look back and I just thank God that I'm not the person or being around the people that I used to be with, because it was toxic and I didn't need to be around it. It was only shortening my progress to get to success. And I had to look that in the face also and say, what's more important? Other people's feelings or your success? Because it's your life at the end of the day. So on that note, quote for the day. "20 quotes to inspire you to take small steps each day." 20 quotes to inspire you to take small, simple steps each day. By Miss Jane. She ain't got a last name. So let's see what Miss Jane without a last name is talking about. Okay. Occasionally in life we can get so overwhelmed with all the things we have to do in order to get to the future and reach our goals. We're avoiding the present moment. Or maybe we have faulty thoughts or distortions playing in our mind, saying we're not good enough to be the person we would like to be. One thing I know from my own life and the things I have completed, from being a professional athlete to going to university or learning yoga, is that we only ever have this moment and can take one step or a moment at a time. I wonder what life would be like if we enjoyed the journey more and remember this. Would we slow down, take time out to reflect,